This is where Hasan claims you told him you were jealous of him. What?
Into thinking that they have a good reason. They hate me for this reason. They hate me for that reason. It's vibes overall. Or jealousy. Jealousy plays a big role, I think, especially let's call it out how it is. With respect to Destiny's situation, jealousy has been a major motivation. That's it. And it's not like he hides it. He told his community back in the day, there are still chat logs for it, that he despises the fact that I was able to grow and build a sizable community when my starting point, when I started collaborating with him, was much smaller than his, including fans of his. That's from like 5 years ago. He's never dropped it. It's envy. It's spite.
I don't know what chat logs exist, but if anybody has them, you can post them. If I'm guessing, the chat logs are probably more that like it's upsetting that people can grow huge audiences just like doing like baseless propaganda. That's probably more akin to my whatever statement I would have made. One thing that I don't like that's very frustrating. I think it's projection. Hasan does it. Glenn did it in our debate, and Jenk did it in his debate. I don't know if the Omar Badar guy did it, but people won't actually take you at your word, and they like ascribe all sorts of other opinions to you. So like Glenn saying, like you would do anything to support the Biden administration, or blah, blah. I was like, no, I wouldn't. Like you would probably do anything to support whatever is anti-administration, and I think we can look at that on the record. But like, why not just like talk about the facts? I don't think it's necessarily always bad. So for instance, if in the course of an argument, like you can accuse somebody of like, oh, like I think that you're being biased here, or you're blah blah blah. But when that becomes literally the entirety of the argument, when it's a substitute for anything of substance, Jenk did it a lot too. You just want Palestinians to die. I was like, no, what the fuck? No, how do I even engage with this comment? Like you just screaming unhinged shit at me. Yeah. You don't take Hasan at his word either. You assumed he was a grifter / shill for the longest time. Well, I mean, like at some point, you try to line up like the actions with the words, right? So, like when I accused Hasan of being a grifter or a shill, I assumed he didn't really have those beliefs much at all. Now I know he has those beliefs quite a bit more, but he's still to some extent like a grifter / shill. It's not like he's, spending a great deal of time doing real life political activism or trying to advance his beliefs. He still does what makes him money online, but he believes stronger in his political ideas than I originally thought, basically. Yeah. Oh, here are the chat logs from 5 years ago. Okay, rant memes. Okay, I've had to deal with a lot of annoying... What was this? This is 2019. I've had to deal with a lot of really annoying optics-related shit recently on Twitch. I've operated on my own in this political space for years. How long? I got shit from so many people when I would talk politics on Twitch. Every large streamer's chat hated when I talk politics. Oh, I remember this. This was true because I was the only one that did politics for a couple years on Twitch, and I was considered like an anti-Gamergator SJW woke guy, I think. So every large Twitch streamer's chat fucking hated me. This happens in Asmund School's chat, it happens in LSF, it happens in Grease's chat, it happens in every single large show I was on, and I had zero help or zero support aside from some in my community for any of this. And even when I decided to start going onto big podcasts, Be Progressive Voice, even my own community was divided on this. Oh, because I had the don't platformers back then in my community. Don't platform these people, / don't argue them, / don't give them a voice. And I did all of this for years without help or assistance. For someone to come onto Twitch, write all of my contacts to get onto my show / podcast, and then take advantage of the much better space that I've been cultivating almost on my own, and then say, oh, you just got into politics the past few years, LOL. Oh, I don't know if me and Hasan had fully split yet, but this was whenever I would like lightly criticize Hasan for some political takes, his defense, and I think even people in my community, their defense would be, well, dude, you can't criticize Hasan on this. You're just a gamer. Hasan's been doing politics for a long time. That was driving me insane. I was like, bro, what? That's pretty irritating to hear. Like when all these articles are just getting written, people like Hasan are creating a safer space on Twitch. LOL, I've done this for the past 3 to 4 years on my own. I don't get a salary from some company or some support from investigators or some shit. I've done all this work on my own for so long. The idea of someone coming into the safe spaces that I've created almost on my own because of my relentless presence on all these shows and then try to accuse me of not belonging here, LOL, seems pretty shitty. Do you see why, though? I knew this is always going this way. Do you know how frustrating it's been over the past year watching people in my fan base bleed over to Hasan because we share the same conclusions, even though I knew the entire time we were fundamentally different? I always said it in a gentler way, oh, we're different, or oh, we're a lot different, or I think we approach arguments way differently, or I think we do things way differently. But the idea that we were going to be grouped together on Twitch just because we were both progressive is so frustrating. That now I have to sit here and take the blame for any bad arguments he puts forth or pair with him in debates to be expected to be on the same page with him. Because we did that debate against Fuentes and Sargon, and it was a disaster. Oh, God. Because I got paired with Hasan. And because Hasan was coming up under me, every dog crazy argument he would make, people would throw me in with them as well, which was really frustrating. Like he's acting like I'm literally roasting his entire career, and I wasn't. I literally just watched a whole video of his and said I disagreed with what he said. This is after he's ad hommed me like crazy. He's made multiple comments about the fucking all women, going to New Zealand, etc. multiple times, the talk fast, Ben Shapiro, etc., sociopath, etc. Like all the same style insults I hear from the right all the time. Which is funny because today Hasan will retweet or amplify hit pieces on me from the Groyper community. He does this all the time. That's where he was even literally watching tweets from account to shit on me on his stream a couple weeks ago. And I have never returned the same to him. Jank's nephew, nepotism, frat boy, etc. I've never gone in on these types of ad homs. I've introduced him to multiple podcasts, Trainwrecks, Raj Patel, and multiple real-life friends he has now, Pokemon/offline TV, and helped him grow his fan base when we started talking on Twitch. That's where a lot of his fans come from now. And to get this much shit back because I wanted to disagree with the video, meh, okay, I'm done. If you read this as like, he's jealous, it's such a retarded reading of everything. Oh, Hasan, back when he was supposed to my server. Holy shit, this just made me sad. Me saying that Destiny is a recent political streamer is 100% an ad hom, and a convo about ad homs, specifically privilege, to demonstrate how hurtful they could be coming from a friend or ex-friend, I don't know. I obviously respect and admire Destiny, who said this probably on every single stream I've ever streamed since meeting him. To think I don't acknowledge and routinely talk about the tremendous positive impact he had on his gaming community, not just on Twitch, but all the internet, is insane when I talk about his impact on one of the largest Patreon podcasts, which he apparently hates. Which was the same episode Kotaku wrote about, by the way, about how I was making Twitch a safe space or whatever. Here's another instance of me not giving Destiny the credit he deserves. I wonder if he deleted this. This is at the top of Twitch's Just Chatting. I'm so proud of the leftist movement on this platform. Modal 7th was me. Chapo Trap House, Majority FM and Tracks. Oh, God, the leftist momentum. Back when leftist still meant liberal. Here's me not defending him against the gross mixed characterization where I literally ended up DMing the writer because I knew him. I don't like Yang's DBI proposal, but the irony here is that both Yang and Destiny have been effective in converting alt-right kiddies, and I've suffered the consequences for it by the more radical members doxing or getting old posts like this one, like the one BuzzFeed sloppily referenced. Liberals don't understand internet culture and are hyper-focused on idpol, so they easily get duped by bad faith actor weaponizing social justice against those who are legitimately doing great work. Also, I went on Raj because Alabril and Izzy got me to go on, and then Raj asked me to reach out to you to go on, which doesn't even matter because you've done so much more for me in the gaming space, which I acknowledge all the time, dude. Was Hasan on Raj before I was? I feel like that's not true. Maybe he was? I feel like that's not true, but I'm incredibly fortunate that Destiny helped me with growth on Twitch and have tried to pay him back in kind every single time I've had an opportunity to do so. I don't think I ever can. Oh, cute. Neo Destiny, I don't know if you're being emotional right now, I can't see that, but it really sucks you feel this way. Obviously, I couldn't get this fucking emotional over simple disagreements if I didn't respect you and admire you, man. What the as far as debates go, my position on them being purely for spectacle has always been the same, but I guess I hadn't made that clear for this community. Damn, I wonder what videos or comments I'm referencing here. I don't have the links or sources of this anymore.